Oh, happy internet people, me again, here to bore you with dual angles. Yes, you can hit the unsubscribe and stop button right now. No, well you can, I mean no one's stopping you. Not that I've got 1 million subscribers, but anyway. Yeah, so I bought a couple of balls and I'm trying to get a little bit more detail about dual angles and how I want to draw these bowling balls. I've not really looked into it too much. I've got a basic understanding of what all the numbers mean. And so doing a bit of research, I stumbled across this app. And the app is called The Paddock. It's by a guy called Gary Faulkner, which I think is well known in the US bowling industry. So yeah, let's get into it. So basically, the app is going to give you a better breakdown of what all those numbers mean when they're combined together. So I think it's pretty easy to find information about each individual number, but trying to get more detail about, well, I've got these 3 numbers on my bowling ball. I know which each one does individually. What's my ball shape going to look like when I put all the 3 numbers together on the ball? So this app has got a ton of features that will help you figure that out. It's got some other stuff as well that is very useful. But for now, rather than get into all the nitty gritty, I'm just going to look at 2 things on the app, which is how to analyze a layout and actually how to create a layout. So the first one is how to analyze a layout, which I'm going to do now. And in this example, let's say you've watched a video or you've heard somebody say the layout is 60 by 5 by 30, and you're curious to know what that will mean. Or if your pro shop guy said to you, this is what he thinks you should put on the ball, you can also check it out here. And it gives you a rough explanation of what drilling angles do, what the pin to pep distance actually means, etc, etc. So yeah, those are the basic numbers that you might hear, but the good thing about this is it's not very generic. It's actually more specific to you and your specs. Yeah, so if you know your axis tilt, you put it in here. Mine is 13, around about 13 and a half. Axis rotation, last I checked, was 58. RPM is around 350 on a good day. My launch speed is about 16.5 miles an hour. Not very fast, I know. So you put the information in and then you hit analyze the layout. Oh, I didn't hit it. Analyze the layout. Takes a few seconds and boom. So it spits out some bar graphs. I'm not entirely sure what the difference is between measured layout and effective layout. Maybe it takes something into consideration of the actual drill ball. Don't know. Not sure what the difference in those two, but they're identical anyway, so there is no difference. But yeah, so it gives me a bar graph roughly of, looks like 1, 2, 3, of 1 to 5. So the entry angle is going to be quite high. It looks like the middle lane read is going to be medium-ish, and the flare is going to be medium to high. But it breaks all that down nicely for you. So it gives you 2 options. The measured layout, again, I'm not sure what the difference is between the measured layout and the effective layout. But yeah, they look identical from what they've said there. Yeah, so basically the effective layout is a strong arc reaction shape. Strong arc is the combination of angular and arc. Good all-round reaction shape when a stronger move to the pocket is needed, and an angular reaction creates too much entry angle to carry effectively. Also a good choice for when the lane pattern has broken down. Entry angle, medium, high. So yeah, that's a pretty good explanation. The transition time is normal. The normal transition time is good all-round choice, mainly used with benchmark layouts, can be used with a variety of lane patterns, ratios, and volumes. And probably the most important one, maybe, the ball motion is forward. Forward ball motion is best used, but not limited to playing the inside part of the lane, or when your break point needs to be closer to the center of the lane. Typically used on longer patterns, 43 foot or more, or shorter patterns, 35 foot or less. When playing outside and controlling the back is at a premium. Low ratio patterns generally 2.5 to 1 or less. When the reaction shape needs to be controlled while using a strong asymmetrical core ball, usually characterized having a break point further down the lane. So yeah, this is a lot of information, and it breaks that down quite nicely and easy to understand what 60 by 5 by 30 will do. Yeah, and I think it's got some sort of graph thing here. I'm not exactly sure what that little picture means. Strong arc forward, hook set. Oh, I guess these are the types of ball motion you can get. So yeah, so if you want to analyze a layout, that's what that does. If you want to create a layout, based on certain characteristics that you want to see the ball do, you go to create a layout. Let's just reset this, make sure there's no other numbers in here. So reset that. So I want to create a new angle, a new layout, and I've got some idea what I want the ball to do. So I have some options here. So I can adjust the reaction shape. I can go smoother arc or smooth, or I can go all the way to angular. Yeah, so let's just say, I don't know, let's do an angular layout. Transition time. So this gives you a rough breakdown of what they actually mean by transition time. And it's all to do with how quickly the ball loses axis tilt and axis rotation. Changing the length and the break zone, making it shorter or longer. It can also help slow the ball down. So there's a good explanation of that. Let's just say we want a quicker reaction time. If I move that way, a faster reaction time. Ball motion, continuous. What do we want the ball motion to be? Forward. Hook set. Let's do a hook set. Not sure we can do angular and hook set, but anyway, if you wanted to do that, you can do that. The axis tilt angle, so it spits out these numbers automatically. So if you don't fit in that range, you can move the slider. You have a low axis tilt, a medium axis tilt, or a high axis tilt. Mine's in the middle. Axis rotation, again, mine is in the middle, but if you're anywhere, oh, actually, I'm quite close to I'm 58. Anyway, RPM, yeah, I'm in that range. My launch speed, I'm in that range, and I just go create layout. Take a few seconds. And this is giving me 60 by 2 7/8 by 20. And this is saying this is going to be a high entry angle, obviously, because I set it for angular. A faster mid lane read and a lowish flare. At 2.78, I wouldn't say that's low. If 3 3/8 is max. Interesting. Maybe I got that wrong. Okay, and then it gives you a breakdown of what all that means, In fact, I think it also says, so if you were to put this is good. If you were to put the specs of the bowling ball in here, it will tell you how that drilling would change the RG, the diff, and the intermediate diff. So let's just say, I don't know, let's put any odd numbers in here for now. 2.48 as the diff. Can I use commas? I don't think I can. 2.48 as the diff, as the RG. As a diff, let's say 0, I don't know, 50. And as the intermediate diff, let's say 0, 0. Is there 2 zeros? No, there's 1 0. Let's just say 20. If I calculate the changes, then it should tell me if there's a change in the drilling numbers of the drill ball, I think. That's what that means. Yep, so the RG has decreased slightly, the differential has increased slightly, and the intermediate diff has also increased. So yeah, that's some useful information. So anyway, to get back into it, these were the type of shapes I wanted to see. And it spat out a number, and then it will break that down again. So this is an angular reaction shape. It's the sharpest, most abrupt change of direction, and the shortest hook phase length. Yeah, this is all good information. If you're into the sort of thing like I am. Then it tells you about the ball motion. Hook set ball roll motion is best used when the break point is towards the outside of the lane, or wet dry patterns, or when the pattern becomes cliffed. Usually this motion is viewed as roll up. So yeah, I mean that's actually a classic old. You don't see much hook set anymore. You see a lot of that with the older guys though. I think I watched a thing on Bull O'Neill on the weekend. He had a hook set motion. Anyway, I digress once more. Though anyway, that's the app. I think it's pretty damn cool. If you're into the sort of thing, $10, good investment. There's lots of other bits that you can look at. So yeah, really happy with that. Good $10 that I spent. Anyways, that's me. Adios. See you in the next one.